Good afternoon. This is the Torah on Parashat Va Yelekh. It is the it is the Parsha that is usually read prior to is read as part of a double Parsha with Parshas Nitzavim of last week, and the usual order is that this is the Shabbat Shuvah, the Parsha before Shabbat, before Yom Kippur, would normally be Haazinu, which is the song that Moshe was commanded by God. In fact, it was given to Moshe by God. It wasn't his own creation. Through one of was given to him through Hashem's angels. In any event, this year is different because Haazinu is going to appear after Yom Kippur. Now, I'm going to be speaking about this song both today, which is the preparation for the song, and I'm also going to be speaking about it next week. The obvious aspect of the song of Haazinu is admonition. In fact, Moshe calls the heavens and the earth as witnesses. There's many meanings to that, but practically speaking, they're the only ones who are going to be around. That's its simple meaning. And these admonitions we should take very seriously because that are going to be in the song, because basically if we learn that song, which again will be after this year after Yom Kippur, but has many other aspects because it's not only, as I'm going to explain, it's not only a book of a song of admonition, and beyond the song of admonition, it is also has many other aspects, because even contained within the words is talking about the ultimate redemption. And to summarize the Parsha, it's a very short Parsha, very briefly, is starts with those who said that Moshe went. It doesn't say where he went. There's many interpretations of that. According to some, he went to each tribe. Some say he went to each individual tent. Some went to the camp. Some went to the study hall. There's many different explanations of it. He announces he's 120 years old. Not that he wasn't full of health and strength, but Hashem said this was the decreed time. He then mentions that Yeshua will take him and expel the nations. And it was Hashem that's going to do it, not their military prowess. And he showed that the Amorite kings, Sikon and Og, were destroyed by Hashem and all of his nation. And it says, be strong and brave, do not be afraid. God is the one who is going to be with you. He will not fail you or forsake you. He then summons Yeshua. But it then goes on to how the Torah is going to be learned once every 7 years. Now we do it every week. At one time it was a 3-year cycle. Now, this is slightly out of sequence because, yes, he is going to tell Yeshua, but he doesn't personally instruct him. But it then goes to say Hashem appeared, and it says, told him to write this song. He summoned Yeshua. Now, what is he supposed to be in front of all the people to tell Yeshua, to tell him that Yeshua is a leader, to inspire everybody, give him final instructions as he's dying that day. Yet, he then says, I'm going to proclaim those words. He writes the song down. After he writes the song down, he then gives it to him, and only then does he give the final proclamation to Yeshua, transferring the leadership. Now, that sounds a little strange in itself, and again, contain the song Haizinu. It's beyond the scope of this Torah, but there's all kinds of averas mentioned, and how we have to cleanse ourselves of those different type of averas. In any event, what you have here is what's called shir. Shir are songs that are sung to Hashem, and these songs, there's 10 of them. The 9 of them have been sung at various times, to special songs to Hashem, praising Hashem. And the 10th one will be at the time of Zman HaMashiach, for the ultimate redemption. Now, the Orach Chaim, Kodesh, looks at the wording and comes up with a very interesting thing. And says, so what happens? So Hashem says, but I will surely conceal my face. Anochi chaster esterim panai al yom mahu al kol hara'am asher asu panai al Elohim akarayim. But I will surely consume my face in that day because of all evil they did, for they turned to the gods. Then it says, Ata kutsov lachem shira zot. Now write this song for yourselves and teach it. Lamda et b'nei Israel shmiya b'behem laman tiyeh li shira zot la'ed b'nei Israel. And you shall teach it to children, you shall write the song, teach it to children of Israel, place in the mouth, so the song will be a mere witness against the children of Israel. That's the admonition part. But it's a very interesting question. This song takes priority before he blesses, as the Orach Chaim explains, before he blesses everybody, before he's going to give the final blessings, before he does the song, before he gives the pointing of Yeshua as his successor. And it's very interesting. It has 3 meanings. It says, so write this song for yourselves and teach your children of Israel, place in this mouth so that the song shall be for me a witness against the children of Israel. Now, what's the difference between teaching the song and placing in their mouth? And how does one place in their mouth? And Shalosh mitzvot tzivei Hashem. Hashem issued 3 commandments here. Achat katsu, first to write the song. This is what the Orach Chaim says. The second, to teach it to the children of Israel, that they should know the meaning of the words of the song. And third, to place in the mouth, how to recite it. Now, that's very interesting wording, because what does placing it in their mouths say? It means not only that he has to write it, he has to teach it to them. He has to present to them in such a way they'll be able to repeat it. Now, why do they have to repeat it? because there is a whole guidebook here, which I'll speak about more next week, in Song Haizinu, of how to get close to Hashem, how to reach Him, how to impact on the higher worlds. Again, I will be speaking about this more next week, since, as I said, the Haizinu will be after Yom Kippur. And this whole concept of song, and it's connected to the Shekhinah, the aspect of Hashem that we can connect to. And it says, when it says he sang in their ears all of the song, right? And as explained by the Rekanati, as explained also by the Levosha commentary on the Rekanati, that, as explained in the Zohar, that this song is a remiss to the Shekhinah, and they're going to hear, and that they can get close to Hashem. And it's a guidebook of how one can reach Hashem. And just briefly, as he explains, in Shir HaShirim, Beis Yud Daled, which sounds like a love song, but on a deeper level, is a connection between Hashem and His people. And this is very important to know, because there's, as I said, positive aspect in here also. Yonim b'hago b'sela b'esther b'madrega hareni et mara shmiini et koleka ki koleka arav mreka ana, because it says, my dove, in the clefts of the rock, in the covertures of the steps, show me your appearance. Let me hear your voice, for your voice is pleasant, and your appearance is comely. And what is that talking about in the cleft? Let me hear your voice. That's Hashem saying the Jewish people should cry out to Him. In the clefts of the rock, there's many meanings, but there's positive meanings to it, but one I'm going to explain based on Rashi is, when is this Dav in the clefts of the rock? It's talking about the time when Pharaoh was chasing us to destroy us. There's no avenue of escape because there was a sea. You cannot turn because of the wild beast. What did they resemble at that time? A dove that fled from a hawk, entered the clefts of the rock, and a snake was hissing at her. Should she enter within, there was the snake. Should she go outside, there was the hawk. The Holy One Blessed said, show me your appearance, for reply you to these to whom you turn in time of trouble. In other words, if we both do the positive part of recognizing our abilities and strengths, but we also do the vidui on Yom Kippur, and we're relieved of all of our errors, we're forgiven, we'll get that closeness to Hashem up, and that's something, a theme of both Sukkot and Shmini Atzeret. And I'd like everybody that we should go into Yom Kippur hopeful, looking positive of all the great things that we can have for the coming year. Hopefully it'll be a year of peace, a year of growth, and a year of healing. Good Shabbos and Shabbat Shalom.